Hey swimmers, welcome back to this episode of the SWIMVICE Pro Analysis Series. This video is dedicated again to Katie Ledecky, where she competes in the women's 400-meter freestyle final in the 2019 TYR Pro Swim Series. She scores the second fastest time in the world, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want you guys to pay attention to her complete kick timing control from the beginning of the race and towards the end of the race. So for the first 200 meters, I'm going to play this through, and I want you to see exactly her rhythm, her stroke timing, but most importantly, her kick timing and how she's able to control that throughout each 100 meters. So let's go right to it. All right. So I'm going to pan out for a moment. So right now she's in lane 4. So you can see she has like a red suit, and she starts off nice and easy, controlled. She breathes every 2 strokes, seems to be her comfort there, but really the point of watching this is just seeing how she's able to really control her timing and regulate it throughout the entire event. And a 400-meter freestyle event is a difficult one because you really have to time and structure it properly so you don't burn out at the beginning, and you're also able to sustain your energy and really kick it up a notch on that last 100 meters. So you can see she's holding a steady pace, obviously dominating right now, but within the pack of the other competitors. But you can see here, I'll just point out actually when she's breathing on 2s, you can see that she's a lot more patient with her left arm on her breathing side, which does work in her favor to keep her tempo not going too quickly, but she's able to keep that going. So right here, I'm going to pause it, as she's with a 2-beat kick right now. This is for the first 100 meters and the second. So for the first 200 meters, she's been basically maintaining this 2-beat kick, and you can also tell from above water because you don't see really any splashing, you don't see her feet. That's when you notice that she's starting to pick up her tempo. So as of right now, she has more of a 2-beat with a dominant left kick. So I'm gonna go back a little bit here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put it in slow motion. Boom, you see that. Not so much of a kick with the right, it's more of just kind of a rotation. So right here, she's taking a breath. She has her right leg down or foot down with her left arm, which is her breathing arm. That timing, that diagonal timing is there completely, but it's not as powerful as her left side, and that's working for her because after she finishes that breath, that gives her that extra added momentum to move forward. So you can see it right here as I play it in slow motion. See how it's a lot more significant on her left kick onto that right arm here. And that's very consistent on every stroke when she's doing a 2-beat. So breathing on 2s, getting enough oxygen. Again, 400 meter is a difficult event to swim, to be able to regulate your endurance and be able to actually perform really well, especially on that last 100 meters. So I'm gonna speed this up again. So you'll start to see a change in her tempo after this second 100. So yeah, still consistent breathing every other stroke. And you can see after she lands her right arm, after her breath, she kind of presses down from the right side of her chest. Boom. And it just helps in terms of adding more momentum forward. You could also see it on her final stroke as she lands into the wall right before her flip. She just keeps that momentum going and doesn't slow it down. So it's a lot harder to pick it up if you don't have it at the beginning. So she's really able to control it on that first 100 meters, which really dictated the rest of her race. So you're going to see as she takes this turn off this wall, how things start to change a little bit. Okay, so right now, see that kick right there? See? Starts to pick it up. Whoop. Starts to pick it up right there, right? And you start to see a little bit more white water. So she's more of like a 4-beat. Again, I don't see the underwater, but it's almost a 6-beat too. So it's not much of a difference between the two, but the most questions I get asked about is kick timing. Should you always have a 2 beat? Should you have 4 beat? What's the best? It depends on what event you are swimming. In her case, 400 meter, this is something that she has trained for. And what she's doing right now is picking up that pace now that she can on this final 200. So you can see right here, tempo of her stroke timing and her kick. You would not see her foot here in a 2 beat because, as I mentioned before, you remember her right leg was just kind of relaxed. It wasn't really doing anything. She doesn't have to actively kick on her right leg, especially with a 2 beat. It's something that she's able to conserve her energy without increasing drag, but still able to hold a steady pace. That's why that was her objective in that first 200 meters. Now that things are starting to kick off at the end and she wants to finish strong, she's able to have the energy and the endurance to pick up her kick, because mind you, even with increasing the tempo of the kick, you are using energy. Yes, it's still timed, absolutely still timed to a 2 beat kick, but she's able to hold that and really pull through on that final 100 meters. This is what gets her the ability or the advantage to pull away, because she just chills at the beginning. And then she's able to really kick it up a notch after each 100. And that kick is aiding her with that momentum forward. Check it out. And you don't really see her, she's not upping her tempo with her arms too much. She's keeping it pretty even and relaxed. Okay, after this is final 100 meters here. So again, you see that kick actually start to really turn up now. That is definitely a 6 beat kick. And she has the energy and the endurance and strength to do it. Again, her breathing tempo or timing, pattern, every 2 strokes. She needs that air. She's keeping her head low. And she's using her left arm to drive that breath. You see that right there. All of that's connected. Comes into this final turn and has actually a longer streamline off the wall, and you can just see here full sprint mode. So now she's able to really just pick it up and have this eloping stroke. But again, the pointing out feature of what's really a big difference in this race is the ability to control her kick timing and the ability to change. So what I mean by that is the first 200 meters, relaxed. 2 beat kick, yes, but the reason why is so that she has that dominant kick with her breathing to keep her momentum forward in the connection. And then the right leg is just relaxed there to, yes, still maintain that connection, but to conserve energy, decrease drag, so that she has the ability to do exactly what she's doing right now, especially on this final 50 meters, which is incredible to watch and so fun. And yeah, awesome. And she just knew it. Even in her interview after this race, she just, her goal was to really emphasize stroke timing, stroke count. Didn't really pay attention to the clock in terms of her training. The real emphasis was stroke count, efficiency, being able to regulate your power throughout each 100 meters, and she was able to execute it really well. So this was the point of this video, was really about kick timing. And I know I had a earlier video on how to practice kick timing out of the water, and I also have it linked on the top right corner as well as in the description too, if you're looking to work on timing of the kick. And the point is, your kick has to be connected. Whether it's a 2, a 4, or 6, does not matter. It's more important to get the timing down right. Once you do, then the next goal is to be able to change it up. Can you swim with a 2 beat kick to stay efficient and relaxed? Can you pick it up and not and remain connected? Okay, remain connected and not have a disconnected kick. And that is the main goal. You can learn a lot from her. You can just see it in the first 200 meters. Relaxed, timed correctly, and she's breathing every other stroke, and it works for her, and it works really well. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the SWIMVICE Pro Analysis series. If you have any questions, definitely drop a comment below, and I have a couple of links that will help you with your training as well. All right, you guys, enjoy your practice, and I will see you all next week.